riding inside the truck, so I don't get this view often. But I like it.
Hey guys, this is Duane coming to you with some winter camping tips. Today we are in Raleigh Oaks, which is not too far from our home. If you remember, or if you've watched our channel before, we did a review of this some time ago. I'll put a link somewhere in here, or it will appear. But if you're in this part of North Carolina, Raleigh Oaks is a very nice campground. So what I want to do today is take you through some things that I do when we are winter camping. We try to camp year round. We try to take advantage of, when we're off, we try to take advantage of weather and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to take you through some things that I do. This may not be what you do, but this is what I do. So come along with me and I'll take you on this journey. The first thing I want to talk about is water, because a lot of times during winter camping, people have water issues, and from everything from freezing water hose to freezing pipes on the camper. So what I do, and this is what I do, remember, we do run a hose. We don't have a heated hose because we don't camp consistently, or we don't camp all the time during the winter. But what I do is I fill up my freshwater tank, and what that allows us to do is to have water when we disconnect this hose. It's already, most campers already have that on their camper, so it's not like you have to do anything different. All you have to do is, when you get to where you're going, if you know it's going to be cold at night, especially below freezing, go ahead and fill it up. And as the evening goes on, that's what I do. I just come out, disconnect this hose, get all the water out of it, and then we have water for the rest of the night into the morning. No frozen hose, especially if you only camp periodically during the winter. If you're full-timing, it's a little different, or if you're stationary, that's a big deal to get a heated hose and have a heated underbelly. The next thing I want to talk about is something that we bought last year that we really enjoy. We like to have a campfire, and a lot of times we can't find the wood, or the wood that we buy is not good. It's not dried completely, so it takes it a long time to get going, a lot of smoke. So we decided to invest in a gas fire pit. We bought the Outland Fire Bowl, and we have really enjoyed it. It's a lot easier than carrying wood. I know sometimes people say that's not a real fire, but if it puts out heat and we enjoy it, then it's a real fire to us. This one did not come with this grate, but the grate just adds a little bit more usefulness as far as I'm concerned, because there's some things that I think you can do on this. Maybe roast a hot dog or something on it. Haven't done that yet, but we use this a lot of times on our winter camping trips in the evening when everything is cooling off, and plus there's no smoke. Turn it off, turn it on, you're done. You don't have to wait for the fire to go out. It's really, really convenient. Okay, the trick that I have for you is, in most camping or campgrounds, they have a 20 amp breaker that's located on the post. And we have 50 amp. But the 20 amp a lot of times goes unused unless you use it for something outside, some lights or something like that. So what I've done in just about all the campers that we've had is to run this cable to an auxiliary. I don't know if you can see it. To an auxiliary cable that I have inside. I say cable, wire, electric wire, and it's run straight inside the camper. You can, I've put them on one of the campers we had before. I actually ran a box for it, and because I didn't have access for the cable to go in, so I actually ran it to a box. This time I was lucky that everything could run right straight to where I wanted it to go. But what you do with that one is you run it to wherever you're gonna have your heat source, your extra heat source, and you can plug that into that 20 amp and make use of that, because some campers can't take all of that electricity. If you have a 30 amp, you start plugging in too many circuits, then the next thing you know, your breaker's gonna pop every time you want to do something. The other thing is to make sure that if you are on one leg or the other, or on one side or the other, when you're looking at your electrical components during the winter, that you're not continually blowing a fuse or a breaker. So with all that said, you can run an extra one, run it straight to a heater, and you can turn that heater on and it will not affect anything that you're doing with your camper, and it will supply some extra heat. So I said all that to say this. Camping during the winter, depending on where you are, of course, if you're in the northern part of the U.S., I'm not used to camping like that in the snow, and when the weather gets down to cold, I mean cold. We get below freezing here from time to time, and it's still cold if you're not used to it. And camping like that sometimes is not the most fun because you stay in a lot of times. Today it's beautiful. It's supposed to rain a little later on, but you can still enjoy your camper even though it's cold. You just gotta think about it a little bit, plan ahead, and just enjoy it, because even inside when it's warm, it's still better than not camping at all. So I encourage you to get out there and enjoy yourself camping. There's a bunch of people on YouTube with a bunch of good tips. This is how I do it. Just want to say it. So I think her name's Tabitha on YouTube. My wife watches. She said, that's my business. And that is my business. So have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself. Get out and enjoy life. We'll see you on the next video.